Hello, my name is Samuel Boeger, and I am the Trombone Representative here at the Atlanta Low Brass Academy. Today, we're going to be talking about the GMEA All-State Band Etude for Symphonic Band, grades 11 through 12, particularly the Lyrical Etude. When first looking at the piece, I like to tell students to make sure they really understand the key that they're playing in for the music that's in front of them. For starters, when we look at this key, we're in the key of E-flat major. I highly recommend students practice your E-flat major scale a lot in particular in preparation for this etude. One of the more important things to also focus on is the large amount of accidentals we see going into at bar 15, 16, 17, and 18. We go through a couple modulations here, so a chromatic scale would also be super beneficial to make sure each note has the most beautiful and characteristic sound possible. The next thing we want to focus on is, of course, the time signature. With this lyrical etude, we're in 3/4 time. Again, that's going to mean two things. Essentially, it'll mean first that you'll have 3 beats in a measure, and the second, making the quarter note have the beat. One of the unique parts of this etude is that we get a wide variety of rhythms too, which may seem strange for a lyrical etude, but should not take away from the singing components that you're able to provide as a musician performing this piece. The next thing to focus on is the text that's given to us here within the lyrical etude. First being quarter note equals 100. Though this may seem like a faster than usual tempo for a lyrical etude especially, really make sure you keep it nice good energy while at the same time preserving the tempo and making sure that the lyrical etude is of course singing and dolce throughout. The next term being for us to focus on is pomposo, which roughly translated means pompously. And so to make sure, what really helps me focus on this pomposo component is really making sure I have nice stately moments throughout the piece, whether it be in the complex rhythms we have with the 16th notes or the chromatic information that we have at bar 15 going into the recap following afterwards. Finally, let's look at the breaths and phrasing of the piece. The piece is written really well in regards that it supports both good quality breaths and excellent phrasing. When you listen back to the recording, you'll see my part printed below as I'm playing along. You can take the breaths as is, but ideally you want to make sure you make nice long continued phrases without interrupting them with a breath or a terrible cutoff of a note. Another important aspect to focus on is the phrasing of this piece. It's a constant build, as at the beginning we're marked with a piano, and we're building all the way until the high point of the piece at bar 19. One of the things I added in at the end as well was a nice pullback to really show a tension to release to finish off this etude. Another key component while incorporating these breaths into the music is making sure that you add a good, solid taper and finish to the notes following a breath, making sure no abrupt cutoffs or deterioration of the sound of note. I hope you found the recording and the information provided afterwards helpful and useful for you in preparation for the audition coming ahead. Best of luck on the auditions in the future.